Hey guys, so today we're gonna watch. You wanna watch with me, Odessa?
Oh,
Wanna say video?
yes.
So we're watching The Beautiful Olivia. I never watched this one before, neither did Odessa.
I think it happened. That was over a year ago.
Okay, she don't remember.
I think it was over a year ago. That was when it first
Come on.
came out.
Come on.
Actually rent with Hertz? Yes. I love Hertz.
Oh my god.
Yes.
You heard it from the man himself. Love
Yeah.
Hertz.
Love Hertz.
You know when your life is dreamy and amazing and just perfect? I'm mopping up ice cream a kid threw up, and someone left teeth in the tip jar. What do you think? You're unlucky you're used to bad things. Would you rather be me, having everything and losing it all? I feel like you want to tell me your story. How long is this going to take? Not that long. Okay, so it all started 17 years ago when I arrived in this world as a beautiful baby girl. Of course you came as a baby girl, with eyes as blue as cornflowers. Why are you stating the obvious? My mother wrapped me up in a cashmere blanket, which was the perfect shade of lavender. Interestingly, lavender is my favorite color. That's not interesting. Come on, get to the part where your life gets bad. And if you tell me you tripped on a cornflower and broke your lavender shoe, I really liked that shoe. And I tripped on a sunflower. Okay. I swear, you're gonna love how much worse my life gets. Do you guys want to hear the long version or the short one? Fine, the short one then.
No.
My name is Olivia, and before I continue, please like and subscribe.
Yeah,
My dad
please
is
like
the
and
owner of a
subscribe.
tech startup. Don't ask me
You
what the
heard
startup
her.
is about. I have no idea.
I don't
I
think
tried
it is.
finding out many times, but the conversation always goes something like this. Daddy, can you tell me more about your tech startup? Of course, sweetheart. Basically, we're using cutting-edge algorithms to optimize data.
I'm
What a
coming.
pretty
Odessa's gonna
butterfly
tell
on
you
that
whatever.
rose. I need to send my rose pink dress to the dry cleaners. Our platform synergizes complex neural networks with cloud-based infrastructures. But I don't have the right shoes with that dress. Maybe I need new shoes. Or maybe I need a new dress.
New
With our
shoes.
blockchain architecture, we're able to establish an ecosystem that... Daddy has wrinkles on his forehead. I should give him night cream on his birthday. In short, we are revolutionizing the industry. That's amazing, Daddy. I don't know, man. Your guess is as good as mine. The important part is that his startup made us very, very rich. Like, take a private jet to your private island kind of rich. We lived in a huge mansion where Mom and I had closets as big as rooms and clothes and shoes for days. My life was a whirlwind of glamorous parties.
Then something tragic
Protect the
happened.
skin, you serve it.
The skin you defended.
Nothing.
Protect your skin.
Fancy vacations and global shopping sprees. I went to a great private school, had tons of friends who adored me, and the cherry on top of my sweet life was Dad's friend's son, my dreamboat boyfriend, Chad. I really had everything. Then it all went to hell one day when I tripped on a sunflower and broke the heel of my fourth favorite lavender shoe. Are you kidding me? It's about to get worse, I promise. I was meeting Chad in the park. My heel broke, so I had to walk barefoot. I was crossing the track when this stupid kid on roller skates ran right over my toes. I screamed and fell back on my butt, and then out of nowhere, a crow started attacking me. It was the most bizarre day. By the time I reached our usual spot, I was in a foul mood. But suddenly, seeing the golden hour light hitting Chad's perfect face, everything else melted away. I could take all the ups and downs of life with Chad by my side. I think we should break up, Libby. Break up what, babe? Us. We should break up. I've accepted an offer at a university across the country, and I don't think we can make long-distance work. I don't understand. Like stars departing at dawn's first light, our destinies ascend separate horizons. What? Our hearts, like birds in migration, must seek divergent skies to find our true selves. I am so confused right now. I love you, Livy, but we're too young to tie ourselves down. It's best to part ways, and if we're meant to be, we'll find each other again. Then he kissed me on the cheek and just left me there. Oof, that's rough. The story's finally getting good. You're such a sadist. I was depressed for days and just sobbed in bed as I watched MSA love stories. I always thought Chad and I would be up there one day with our own little video. I mean, look at me. My face is a dream for any animator to work with. Anyway, just when I thought the worst thing in my life had already happened, the police showed up one night and arrested Dad for embezzlement. He was charged for stealing money from his investors. And before I knew it, my life really turned upside down. Most of our assets were seized by the government, and we had to leave our house only with things we could carry. I managed to put on 14 dresses, 9 shirts, 4 pants, 5 coats, 6 pairs of shoes, and 2 bags. Mom and I moved into a
How?
Girl, if it was summertime,
tiny apartment on the poor side of town, and we got a lawyer. But it looked like an open and shut case with too much evidence against Dad, and he was sentenced to prison for a decade.
Oh.
I swear, I'm innocent. I've been framed. I need you to believe that I'm not a crook. Of course we believe you, Daddy. We'll get your name cleared, I promise. Naturally, my first course of action was reaching out to Dad's friends for help.
You need to leave. I can't be seen with you. My girlfriend is a very suspicious woman.
Aren't you married?
Exactly. I wasn't running away from you. I was just getting some exercise. Oh, look, what an unusual bird.
Where?
I recently hit my head and I have amnesia. I don't know who your dad is or why he made me your godfather.
You're my godfather?
What?
Gotta go. I need to poop.
Chad's father was out of town, and I was so relieved when he returned. He was Dad's BFF. If anyone would help, he would.
I'm sorry, but Sir is still away on business.
His car just passed me as I was walking here.
You must be mistaken. He's not home.
I can literally see him in his study from that window.
Let me put this another way, miss. He clearly stated that whenever you show up here, I have to say he's not home.
That just made my heart break. No one wanted anything to do with Dad because they all thought he was a crook. Next, I turned to my own friends, and I only met more closed doors. Wow, really, Penelope? Remember the only person who could look you in the face when you went through your hideous acne phase? And remember whose shoulder you cried on when the plastic surgeon botched your nose job? And remember who took the blame for your smelly fart when we were hanging out with your crush? You know it, me! Mom had the same luck with everyone she knew. She soon took up a job in a grocery store and enrolled me in the nearby public school. I thought I might feel better with the distraction. I was a fish out of water here. The kids smirked at my clothes. They smirked when they asked me if my dad was the rich guy who went to prison, and they smirked as they walked past me at lunch. Mom got her first paycheck soon, and she took me out for a manicure to cheer me up. As I stared down at my perfect lavender nails the next day at school, I felt more positive than I had in weeks. I wouldn't sit alone at lunch anymore. I would get to know these kids, and they'd get to know me, and they'd see how lovable I was, and I went flying forward with my food tray, in my face. As I got up, feeling hideously embarrassed, I suddenly noticed it. 2 of my nails were chipped. My perfect nails, not so perfect anymore. Who is the idiotic pea-brained buffoon who crashed into me? Oh, come on, we were just playing
punch him,
in the cafeteria? Did the football field catch fire? Did an earthquake split it open? Did a tsunami wash it away?
Calm down, girl.
Calm down, weirdo. What's the matter with you?
Take it with your heels.
I had a perfect life. I had the perfect parents, and the perfect friends, and the perfect house, and the perfect boyfriend. And if my name wasn't Olivia, it would have been perfection. But then it all started blowing up the day I tripped on a sunflower and broke my lavender shoe. Now I'm here in this stupid school, looking like some hobo with chipped nails. I jumped up to that boy and started pulling his hair and pinching his nose and twisting his ears. It took several people to get me off of him. And then I started crying uncontrollably. I could barely breathe.
I think she's having a panic attack. Give her some space, guys. Hey, Olivia, look at me. You're gonna be okay. Just breathe.
So yeah, I lost my mind. You helped me calm down and brought me to your workplace.
I had to. You were in shock and clinging to my arm like a python.
And now you know my whole story. You're probably thinking, look at this whiny rich girl who lost some money.
I'm gonna burp an ass.
Whatever I'm bringing to the table, that's who I am. I will say I was.
That's her.
When I started cooking.
That's a dancer, not me. What is that? What is that kind of cut? You put the vegetable in your hand and just put it by behind.
Showing up on the first page of Google might not be the best for everyone. But for business owners, it is.
Money and can't handle it. But it's not just that. I never realized before that my entire life was so fragile. I just never saw this coming. Jackson reached over and put his hand on mine.
I wasn't thinking that. You've been through a lot, and I'm sorry.
Thanks. By the way, how tall are you?
6 feet 4 inches.
No wonder I've been feeling so tiny all day. My life still sucked, but it sucked a little less now that I had a friend. Jackson was so different from any of the guys I'd known. He didn't talk about sports cars or the newest smartphones or the best companies to invest in, but he taught me how I could cut out grocery coupons from newspapers, what the cheapest bus route was, and how to ride a bicycle. He even got me a waitressing job at the cafe and covered up for my mistakes. He lived in a tiny, rundown house with his mom and 3 younger sisters, and even though they didn't have much, I was always made to feel welcome. One day at the park, while Jackson was feeding the ducks with his sisters, I accidentally knocked over his backpack and a sketchbook fell out. I opened it to find the most amazing comic drawings. I leafed through the pages and found a sketch of me. And then another, and then another. What do you think you're doing? I'm sorry, it just fell out. Jackson, you're so talented. It's just a silly hobby. It's not silly. Are you going to apply to an art school? In case you haven't noticed, I have to work right out of high school. But you're too good to not take this seriously. You have to. Can we please not talk about this? Okay. And I didn't make your sketches because I have a crush on you or something. You're just a new, interesting face. Interesting me.
I feel like he has a crush on her. You don't want to tell him.
Oh, you will definitely be thinking that after what the sisters
In the same as pretty? Not necessarily. So you don't think I'm pretty? You're not pretty. And what is pretty anyway? There's no set standard. Shut up, Jackson. You said Olivia's the prettiest girl you've ever met. No, I didn't.
Exactly. They read his diary.
That I've never met. He wrote a poem in his diary about your eyes being blue as cornflowers. What was the next line, girls? I could stare into those sapphire lakes for hours. My diary? You see what I mean? I need to earn money to put them all in a mental institution. I couldn't stop laughing as he cheats. So you don't think I'm pretty? You're not pretty. And what is pretty anyway? There's no set standard. Shut up, Jackson. You said Olivia's the prettiest girl you've ever met. No, I didn't. I said Bolivia has the prettiest girls. That I've never met. He wrote a poem in his diary about your eyes being blue as cornflowers. And what was the next line, girls? I could stare into those sapphire lakes for hours. My diary? You see what I mean? I need to earn money to put them all in a mental institution. I couldn't stop laughing as he chased the girls away, and I felt a warm tingle in my toes at the thought that maybe Jackson liked me. A few weeks later, we were sitting in the cafeteria when I got an email alert on my phone, and Jackson noticed my face fall. What's wrong? Oh, it's just that witch Penelope. She's hosting her grand annual Halloween party, and I guess she just forgot to take me off the invite list. Forget I mentioned it. Okay, then. So, my mom's making her famous shepherd's pie this weekend, and she thinks I don't know what the secret ingredient is. I think I want to go to the party. What? Why? Because I want revenge. Penelope and all these people hurt me, and I want to hurt them back. What would you even do? I don't have it all planned out, but I want to ruin her stupid party because it means a lot to her and her stupid friends, and you should come with me. No, and you shouldn't go either. You'll get in trouble. It's Halloween. We'll be in costumes. No one will recognize us, and we won't be there for too long. And Penelope will have the best food. I'm certain she's stolen my caterer. I don't know. Please, I need this, and I don't want to go alone. All right, your food better be good. On the night of Penelope's Halloween party, Jackson and I took the bus to the rich part of town and walked the last few blocks to Penelope's house. No one's gonna recognize me, right? You're dressed like an evil eggplant. It's very unlikely. You look good as a tree, very tall and leafy. Now you remember the plan, right? Right, make as many things go wrong as possible. Am I forgetting anything? Nope, that's the whole plan. Let's go. Penelope's place was swarming with guests, and no one paid much attention to us as we slipped in, and we got down to our mission right away. We sneaked off all the black and gold balloons and made them fly away. We messed up the fake cobwebs and smashed some carved pumpkins. We locked up the kitchen doors and we threw the keys in the swimming pool. Where did all the balloons go? I ordered 500 of them. People, watch where you're going. You're smashing the pumpkins and walking into the cobwebs. And where are all the waiters? Why is there no food? As Penelope stormed off towards the kitchen, Jackson and I high-fived. Should we go now? Oh no, this was just the warm-up. Penelope always has a surprise celebrity singer perform at her Halloween parties, and I know this time it's Harry Styles. We have to wreck his concert. It'll drive her crazy. No, that's going too far. Someone will catch us. Can you stop being such a scaredy cat? Just tell me if you're in or out. Olivia, I think I'm out. And then he actually left. Fine, I'd finish the job myself. I ran off to the back of the house where I knew all the power supply boards would be. I spotted a toolbox nearby, picked up a plier, and started snipping away at every wire. I wouldn't let this concert happen. I'd ruin the whole party. Everyone would remember it as the worst Halloween ever.
Eyes are just creepy. She's actually
Sometimes I just want to run a car.
For real, though,
Go.
she's mental health.
I do know. And I think I can help you with that. Really? Going in an electric vehicle. Tobacco, baby. Let's go. What is happening here?
Score a medium 2-topping pizza for free when you order delivery online. Offer available under My Deals and
That's
Rewards in your
making me
account. Now.
hungry.
Just then, I saw a figure emerge from the shadows. Hey, what do you think you're doing? I flung the pliers to one side and started running for my life across the garden. But my stupid eggplant costume was slowing me down. And suddenly, I found myself being pushed forward and pinned to the ground. When the person chasing me turned me over, I saw that it was Chad?
How do you know my... Oh my god, Livy, is that you? Why are you an eggplant? Actually, what are you doing here?
I could ask you the same question. My whole life blew up, and you couldn't send a text, but you made sure you didn't miss Penelope's party? Listen, just then, a pretty girl I'd never seen before came running behind us. Babe, are you okay? Who's this creep? I'll call security.
No, don't. There's been a misunderstanding.
Babe? Is that what she just called you? Who are you, and why are you dressed up like an eggplant? Because Baba Ganoush is my favorite dip. Not that it's any of your business. I pushed Chad away and stormed off, tears pouring down my face. I just made it a few blocks down when I ran into a tree.
I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have left you behind. I came back. Now let's go destroy Penelope.
No, I'm done. Coming here was a stupid idea. Let's just go home, Jackson. I felt more crushed and betrayed than ever. I was busy sulking in bed the next day when Mom called me saying I had a visitor. I walked out into the lounge to see it was Chad. Mom, why did you let him in?
Yeah.
You should hear him out, honey. Mom left the room, and Chad hesitantly sat down next to me.
Is it okay if I sit here?
You're already sitting here. And no, none of this is okay. In fact, this is giving me a fuzzy flashback to when you were sitting down next to me on a park bench. Wait, it's all coming back to me now. Yes, there I am with my bleeding toes and broken shoe. And yep, that's you, walking away after breaking my heart.
You have every right to be mad. I was such a fool, Livy. I thought I was doing the right thing.
Her
Long-distance
name
relationships
is
are so
not
hard.
Livy.
I just panicked.
Sorry,
I know.
Sorry. I don't understand. Whatever. Sorry. I spilled some water on the ground. On the ground? Yes, on the ground. They have to go pick it up. Oh, come on, man. I'm gonna go clean this up. That's her. Her name is not Livy. He said, I'm sorry, Livy. Her name is Olivia. Maybe it's a nickname. Probably. I'm leaving you after the video.
What I did was awful, but I swear, I never stopped thinking about you.
Just long enough to meet that blonde twig who called you babe?
She was just my date for yesterday.
I don't care about your love life, but what I'm really angry about is...
I know, your dad. I wanted to reach out to you, but my dad forbade it. He's one of the investors in your dad's company. He feels betrayed by what your father did.
Dad is innocent, okay? I expected his friends to believe that.
The evidence against him is too strong. You've got to face facts. He committed a crime, but I'm sorry you're also paying the price. I asked around about you after we met yesterday, and I couldn't believe you're living in this neighborhood now.
For the first time, the thought crossed my mind that maybe Dad was the one who was wrong, and I burst into tears. Chad hugged me.
I'm in town for a few weeks, and I'm gonna try to get Dad and the other investors to go easier on your dad with his prison sentence.
You'll really try?
I can't promise anything, but I'll try my best, Livy.
I walked Chad out of the apartment building, and as I was going back in, Jackson suddenly popped up.
So, who was that guy with enough gel in his hair to set all the cheesecakes in America?
That was Chad.
Chad? Like your ex-boyfriend Chad? Like the guy who broke up with you on a park bench Chad?
Yes, that Chad.
That's such a stupid name. Chad is a country.
Isn't Jackson a city?
Not the same thing. What was Chad doing here?
Offering to help me?
Why would you trust him? Because he's the only shot I've got at helping Dad. Chad started turning up almost every day, and even though I hadn't forgiven him for the way he'd broken up with me, I could see he really regretted it. He was extra attentive. He seemed to remember all my favorite pastries and perfumes, and never came without a gift. And when he'd take me for drives around the city, I almost felt like my old self again.
Sorry. But guess what?
Enfamil NeuroPro imagines her potential, providing 5-year support for brain development.
This is our home.
One afternoon, as I was leaving school, Jackson caught up with me. Want to go to the park today? Nah, I'm tired. How about you come to my place tomorrow? My annoying sisters miss you. I have a thing. A Chad thing, right? Look, it's none of my business, except as your friend, I would advise you not to date Chad again. We're not dating. We're just meeting up to discuss Dad's case. And what's the progress on that? He's working on it. Okay then. Enjoy your thing tomorrow. Don't do those dumb air quotes. It's not a date. Why don't you come with me? We're just going to an art exhibition and then having dinner. Sounds like a date. It's not a date, you giraffe. Join us. Chad won't mind. Chad didn't look too happy either.
That's literally me and Adassa.
What?
I'm 5 foot and Adassa is
4'7".
I'm 5 foot, guys. I think I'm about to be 5'2".
I'm 5'11".
And I could see the way he looked Jackson up and down disapprovingly. But things got worse in the art gallery. Wow, what a stunning piece of art. Holy mother of noodles. That's for $50,000. It's a picture of a rotting apple.
Huh?
It shows the complexities and slow ruin of postmodern society. Dude, it's an ugly apple. I could draw this with my left foot in my sleep. I didn't expect you to know anything about art, but you're even more... Chad, he's an artist too. And he's your guest, so be nice, okay? I thought I'd manage the situation, but it got worse over dinner. Chad had just raised his glass and was about to say something when Jackson exclaimed, "Oh no, Grandma ran away from my aunt's house. She climbed out of a 3rd-story window and fell. Oh my God, is she okay?" My sister is just updating me. Yeah, she survived the fall, but then she went out to the lake on a paddle boat and fell in the water. What? Did she drown? Okay, no. Apparently, she's a very good swimmer. But then she went to a diner and choked on her food. Is she still alive? Phew, thankfully, yes. Someone in the diner performed the Heimlich maneuver on her, but she's in the hospital for a mild concussion. Can we leave early so I can see her? Of course. You can leave now. I'll call you an Uber. I can stay for the main course. We'll skip dessert. Anyway, before I was interrupted, I was about to make a toast to us, Livy. Friendship, much like the delicate petals of a rare flower, unfurls its beauty only to those who possess the refined senses to savor its exquisite fragrance amidst the mundane garden of existence. That's lovely. I'm sorry. What does that even mean? Excuse me? Why do you think it's cool to say vague nonsense? Friends don't treat friends the way you've treated Olivia in the past. Can't you be honest about anything? Why don't you start with her and tell her you don't actually have any plans to help her? You want honesty? I think you're a worthless piece of trash. Before I knew it, Chad...
First of all, he's fake. Chad is super fake. I can tell that he's fake.
Uncle Cole. Uncle.
had attacked Jackson, and they were in a full-scale fight, bumping into waiters and falling onto tables. Several people managed to pull them apart, and I dragged Jackson outside. What were you thinking? He attacked me. You provoked him. Look, Olivia, I don't get mad a lot. It's scary for people when I get mad because I look like a tall, angry windmill. So I keep it in and stay calm mostly. But I'm mad right now. How can you even stand that pretentious windbag? Because he belongs to my world. This is the life I had before. You go to stupid exhibitions and talk about trivial things over food and laugh at dumb jokes. And you didn't even give him a chance. You were determined to hate him just because he's a rich guy. Is that what you really think of me? You know what? I'm the problem here. I don't belong in your world. Jackson walked off, and my heart sank. He wouldn't even reply to any of my texts or calls later, and he avoided me in school entirely. A few days later, Chad asked me to come over to his place to have a talk with his dad, and I arrived early. As I walked towards the study, I suddenly heard raised voices, and I stopped outside. That girl is really coming here right now? Chad, what is the matter with you? Look, Dad, when you told me that you and the other investors were making a fake case against her father to get control of his company, I was totally on board. And I broke up with Livy and left because you didn't want me to be associated with her after her dad got a bad reputation. But I didn't realize Livy and her mom would have everything taken away from them. What else did you think was gonna happen, son? I don't know. I just thought the dad would go to jail and we'd be richer. It's not fair. She lives in a dump now. And how are they supposed to afford shampoo and makeup and all the creams and serums they use? Just lie to her and say you're working on getting her dad out of jail sooner so she feels better. And maybe we can give her some money every month. Fine. My son is such a philanthropist. Don't get serious about her again, though. Dad, I'm 18. I'm not serious about anyone. I'm leaving in 2 weeks anyway. I've just been nice to her because she was never very tough, and I feel sorry for her. I stepped away quietly, blood pounding in my head. I felt fury beyond anything I'd ever felt in my life. I texted Chad that I couldn't come over, and I went home and told Mom everything. We stayed up half the night trying to think about how we could get proof of Dad's innocence. We finally fell asleep exhausted, but the next morning, I woke up to Mom's screams. I rushed to the lounge and saw the TV on with the news that Chad's father and all the other investors in Dad's business had been arrested. How? What are they being arrested for? They're saying on the news that some anonymous employee in the company had approached the FBI some time ago, claiming that Chad's father and the other investors framed your dad and are still involved in other illegal activities.
Wait a minute, I noticed something else. Because I noticed one of them
And
is
then I said,
literally
okay,
just
hold on. I
in
get to
another
skip
one,
the
I think.
counter and pick my car as a Gold Plus Rewards member. Sign me up for that. Sign me up, baby. Sign me up right away.
I had no idea you were so funny. Sovereign, you are hysterical.
So the FBI had bugged the investors' house. The FBI some time ago, claiming that Chad's father and the other investors framed your dad and are still involved in.
So I noticed one of them is in another movie, Him. Him.
What is it about him?
I think he was in another MSA
Oh wait,
video.
I know who this is.
Yes,
I think,
her too.
I think she was in
The
something.
mother of Casey? Something like
I
that.
never pay attention to the names.
For real? Yeah.
Other illegal activities. So the FBI had bugged the investors' houses and offices. I guess they overheard the conversation between Chad and his father that you heard yesterday too. Dad's lawyer called. He's going to be released tomorrow. Later, I went to Chad's place as it was being sealed by the FBI officers. Livy, it's not what you think. No, only I will talk now. I heard the entire conversation between you and your dad yesterday with my own ears. And I just came to say, I hate you. I despise you with a burning rage of 1,000 suns. I loathe you with the force of 100 typhoons. I wish only bad things to happen to you, and my wish is coming true as we speak. You will lose everything, and you're not even half as tough as me. You will really suffer, and I will dance with joy knowing that. Then I punched his perfect nose and stormed off. Well, actually, I skipped off happily and headed straight for the cafe. I spotted Jackson taking someone's order and ran to him. Jackson, my dad's innocent, and he's getting out of jail tomorrow. Chad's father framed him, and he's been arrested. I punched Chad. I'm gonna get my life back. I'm working right now. My shift ends in a while. I can't wait, okay? I can't stand that you're not talking to me, and I know that it's my own fault. I'm sorry I said you were jealous of Chad because he's rich. You were right about everything. He's an obnoxious jerk, and that apple painting was so ugly. Also, if there's anything I've learned, it's that I don't want all of my old life back. I don't want to have fake conversations or fake friends who turn away at the lowest point of your life. I want people like you. You literally saved me, and I love you for that. Also, you're very tall, which is hotter than you know.
Huh?
Jackson just stared back at me, and then suddenly his sisters burst in with a huge bunch of lavender balloons, a congratulations banner, and a cake.
Are we late? Do you know how hard it is to find lavender balloons? I dropped a cake on the way. We can scrape off some of the icing.
I told you girls, we're meeting at Olivia's place, not here. We heard the news about your dad, and we were coming over after my shift. Even though you were mad at me, I can't stay mad at you. Look, just let me take this customer's order. Just kiss her, you moron.
Hey, don't call him a moron. But seriously, just kiss me, dummy. Wait, how's your grandma doing? You want to talk about my grandma right now? Actually, I don't have one. I made up that whole thing to annoy Chad. I like you even more right now.
Okay, maybe not. Yes, but I said bit. That is true. She just said bit, bro. That's the end, guys. Subscribe. I'm gonna do another one right now. So you're gonna watch 2 stories, then I'll end the video. Okay, guys, let's do it. Okay. Oh my gosh, this one I watched before, and I'm not gonna spoil it at all. Me and Adessa watched it already.
My thumbs flew over the controller at lightning speed as I battled my coworker Andy while everyone else cheered from the sides.
How did you get that level up? Where have you learned these moves?
From the deep dark corners of the internet, my friend, and I'm about to own your butt. With that, I unleashed my final secret move and blew up the enemy. You're a loser, I'm a winner, your mama's buying me chicken dinner. Suddenly, there was pin drop silence, and I turned around to face the dragon store manager, aka Andy's mom.
You have 10 seconds to clear up this mess and get back to your jobs. Or you're all fired!
It's cool.
Hi, my name's Ellie. I'm a computer expert, gamer, hacker, and overall top-notch geek. I led a very exciting life in the virtual realm, but in the real world,
Want free pizza? Domino's has you covered. Get a free medium 2-topping pizza with your next delivery order. This is a limited time offer just for you. Offer exclusively in My Deals and Rewards in your Domino's account. Redeem now.
The best free movie app in 2024.
What? How can we keep it? Okay, that was how do you keep it? Okay. The best catches.
my life was pretty average until one day, everything changed. Yeah, we say that a lot around here, don't we? But before I continue, please like and subscribe. Ever since I was a kid, I was obsessed with computers. And by the time I was 12, I was writing code, developing software, and even doing some basic hacking. And I was addicted to video games. I thought I was cool, but that was not a popular opinion. By the time I reached high school, I was pretty much used to having a seat at the outcasts table, and things weren't much different at home. I was raised by my single mom, who was my polar opposite. She was a social butterfly who loved throwing lavish parties for her wealthy friends and was always trying to set me up with her sons. A nightmare. Mom, can I go to my room? I ate too many dumplings earlier. I don't feel so good.
You're not fooling me, Ellie. See that boy over there? He's single and very rich.
You know what's gonna happen, huh?
That boy played football at my school, and he was surrounded by some popular girls. Then I walked over. Hi, oh God, save your...
Let's just say that something's disgusting gonna be on the floor. And over them. I don't know if this is gonna be a 1 hour thing or just like something. Like,
So, then I threw up all over the boy and the head cheerleader. Of course, I was a laughing stock in school the next day. I started hiding out in the library. One day, I was playing a game when I got an invite to a virtual treasure hunt with a huge cash prize. The disclaimer read, "Only super smart, hardcore gamers need apply." It was like someone was describing me. I breezed through each challenge, but when I got to the last level, my computer suddenly froze. Disclaimer read, "Only super smart, hardcore gamers need apply." It was like someone was describing
zero sleep.
me. I I breezed through each challenge, but when I got to the last level, my computer suddenly froze, and then it became lifeless. No! But this was just the beginning of a series of unfortunate events. Soon after my 18th birthday, Mom suddenly fell really sick. The doctors ran a million tests and gave her expensive treatments, but nothing was working. And we had a ton of medical bills we couldn't
I hope
pay
she's
because
rich.
Mom's credit cards were all overdrawn. We're poor and I'm sick. Find a rich man so you can have a good life. How am I supposed to do that? Boys don't even notice me. We're poor. Find a rich man. A rich man, find my daughter. What did I say? Daughter, find rich? My man? Find a rich man. And then my mom slipped into a coma. My life turned around 180 degrees. I had no idea when Mom...
Sorry, guys, I yelled. My mom just yelled. I felt goosebumps when I looked behind me. Ugh. I don't need the smooch effects. Duh, she has the key.
Moi, bon, ma fond vidéo. Ça peut être là. Ça va faire avec. Là. Hein? C'est bon. Si Spawn fait ça, Naya.
Come on.
Be okay. I was drowning in debt. My grades were suffering, and I felt so alone. But then one day, as I was leaving my work shift, a strange man came running to me and shoved a device in my hand, then fled the scene.
You've been selected for a top secret mission. This message will self-destruct in 30 seconds.
I read the details fast. I'd make a ton of money and work with computers and security systems all day. Was this for real? My life was at rock bottom anyway, so it was worth finding out. I accepted, and a second before the time ran out, I tossed the device into the air,
Why
and
did
it
she was in the
exploded,
middle of a
putting the
building?
Mission Impossible. And the next day, I
No,
was
I
whisked
don't know.
away in a private jet to a state-of-the-art facility with a dozen computer geeks. All day, we worked on hacking software, computer codes, and sophisticated simulations. We were given board and lodging too, and for the first time, I was with people I had something in common with. A week later, I was busy working at my desk when this guy a few years older than me walked in, and I felt like the
That's
Matrix
sexy
had
dick.
glitched,
Yo,
like I
that-
was Ellie in a parallel dimension
That's
where it
him.
was possible for
Alien
Ellie to
in the
fall in
mirror.
love with a boy at first sight, and he was like a young Keanu Reeves, but with spectacles. So hot. I don't remember the part where I floated away from my seat, but suddenly I found myself standing in front of him.
Can I help you?
Maybe I
Why
can
do
help
you
you.
give me a peek?
I'm very helpful. Help me help you.
What?
Sorry, ow. I just poked myself in the eye. Let me introduce myself. Hi, I'm Ellie. It's short for Eleanor, or Elena, or Elaine. I extended my hand, and as he shook it, I screamed.
What? What happened?
Oh, it's not your fault. That was just a very firm handshake, and I have a very low threshold for pain. Like, really. I once fainted when an apple fell from a tree and hit my head. It wasn't even a hard apple. Like, it was rotten and squishy, but he walked away while I was still talking. That's the head of the company, girl. Oh, my gigabytes. This demigod was my boss. His name was Liam Finch. He could solve any problem, crack any code, and he looked amazing while doing it. I had such a giant, stupid crush on him, and I couldn't help recalling Mom's words about finding a rich man for a better life. Liam looked and smelled expensive. I had to get him to ask me out, and I turned to Ask Brain 2 for helpful tips. The next day, I turned up to work in a tight, short dress, and I'd made sure to apply plenty of tanning lotion to look like those gorgeous models I'd seen online. All eyes were on me.
Sorry, guys. We have to pause the video real quick. Adessa, come on. Sorry it took so much. Sorry it took so much time.
Online, all eyes were on me, and I was sure to have the same effect on Liam.
Before we start this meeting, I have to ask Emmy, are you having a reaction to something?
Emmy, speak up, whoever you are. The boss is asking you something. Oh, wait, you meant me. It's Ellie. And, no, I'm good.
I think you should go to the bathroom. There's some anti-allergy medicine in the first aid kit there.
This wasn't the reaction I'd expected, but when I looked at myself in the mirror, I screamed. The tanning lotion had turned so orange, I looked like a radioactive carrot. The next day, I came to work wearing huge fake eyelashes, but those stupid things made my eyes feel heavy and I couldn't stop blinking. Later in the cafeteria, one of my coworkers came up to me as I waited in the lunch line, and he had some ketchup on his upper lip.
Hey, Ellie, I saw you in the meeting today.
Okay. I saw you too, buddy. But first, you got something right here. Out of nowhere, the guy pulled me close and planted a moist kiss on my lips. I pushed him away and punched him hard.
Ellie, what the heck? First you keep winking at me all through the meeting, and then you ask me to kiss you, and then you hit me?
Excuse me, what? He kicked up a huge fuss to Liam about being assaulted, and then he quit.
That was one of our best coders, and you've made him leave.
Well, he hit me first. He was hitting on me, and it was gross.
Are you sure? Why would anyone want to
Why
hit on
wouldn't they
you?
hit on her?
Why wouldn't anyone want to do that? But Liam just walked away without replying. A couple of days later, Liam threw a small farewell party for his secretary, Jessica. She was so annoyingly model-like, and I couldn't be happier to see her leave. Hey, Jessie, I'm really sad you're leaving.
Nose in your ear. Wait. I hear. Okay.
Want me to help you pack? I'm very helpful. Wait. Isn't that a company paperweight? No, it's mine. I brought it from home. I'm pretty sure it belongs to the office. But hey, it's just a paperweight. Are you calling me a thief? Why don't I just take that from you? We won't mention this to anyone. Give it back to me, you witch! It's not yours, Jessie. You're robbing the boss blind. As we both pulled at the paperweight, I suddenly lost my balance and let go, and it went flying straight into Jessica's perfect fake nose.
Emmy, what's the matter with you? Do you think I care if my secretary takes a useless paperweight from the office?
I was just trying to do the right thing, sir.
The right thing would be to stop injuring my employees.
The next morning, I gave myself a pep talk in the staff room before work. Okay, the last few days have been bad, Ellie. But today's a new day to show everyone what a cool, brilliant chick you are. You got this, girl. Now show yourself some self-love. I kissed my reflection, but when I opened my eyes, I was horrified to see Liam standing behind me.
Can you please keep things professional and practice your make-out skills in private? Which I might add, need a substantial amount of work. Jeez.
What? No, that's not what it was. Oh, God. This was almost as bad as the day Mom went into a coma. The next day, while I was busy coding, I couldn't help thinking about my makeout skills. I turned to my trusty advisor Google, but when I opened up the first link, some kind of virus popped up on everyone's screens. Your system is under attack and will be immediately destroyed. Goodbye. And then every screen went blank. There was a wave of shocked silence across the room.
Who the heck opened an insecure link?
I didn't see anything.
Parlez-vous bestiaire collectif?
Oh.
Can you say pre-loved?
Link.
I felt about as
Oh,
small
sorry, I
as an
have to
ant.
put my phone
I
in
am
charge.
so sorry, Liam. It was a small error of judgment.
Small error. Your small error may have catastrophic consequences for our national security.
Sorry, what? I thought this was a private security company.
I recruited people I believed I could train to be the very best. Because every code we write and every firewall we construct has massive importance. But you've caused a major breach. And now I have to fix your mess. And I was clearly wrong about you.
Stop it. Stop it.
You don't belong here.
You itching my
Pack your
nose.
things. You're going home tomorrow morning. And it's not Liam.
This
It's
is so
Mr.
nice.
Finch.
I felt like I'd been punched in the stomach. This place was the most at home I'd ever felt, and I'd really screwed things up. The next morning, I was going to the office to turn in my employee card. When I stopped short, the building had been sealed and was surrounded by police officers, and my coworkers were being
don't get in the
arrested. I slipped away quickly, my heart racing. What the heck was going on? The only thing I could think of was finding Liam. If he hadn't been arrested already, too. I made my way to his place and rang the buzzer a few times, but no one answered. Then I overrode the code of the security lock, and the door clicked open. I'd just taken a few steps in when someone leapt at me and pushed me to the ground. And I found Liam on top of me with a chopstick.
Emmy, how did you get in? And why do you know where I live? It's a top secret location.
We sell that lock at the store where I worked at before, so I'm very familiar with the software. And I hacked your smartwatch to track your whereabouts a few weeks ago. Just for fun, I swear. See, smartwatches aren't actually that smart. They should be kind of called dumb watches. Also, were you gonna poke my eye out with a chopstick?
Get up. Why are you even here?
Because I went to the office and everyone was getting arrested.
Well, it's all your fault.
What?
Since our security systems were down after you downloaded that virus, something invaluable was stolen from us last night. And now, we're all in big trouble. And I have to go into hiding.
Your paws.
You're leaving?
Yeah.
Will I ever see you again?
Unlikely. You've ruined everything. Just go home.
Look, Mr. Finch, this is ridiculous. There are plenty of problems in your security system that I've been studying for the past few weeks, and someone would have figured those out sooner or later anyway. So stop blaming me, and please tell me what's going on. Also, why is it so hard for a genius like you to remember that my name is Ellie? Liam looked surprised at my outburst, and just as he was about to speak, we heard cars screeching outside.
The police are here for me. I gotta go.
Whoa, wait. I'm coming with you. I can't survive jail or torture. I told you, I have a very low threshold for pain.
Oh, God, just shut up.
Liam grabbed my hand and led me to the kitchen, where he opened a trap door in the floor and started climbing down, and I followed. Dark, narrow spaces. I hate dark, narrow spaces. I'll die if a mouse jumps on me. We ran through an underground passageway, climbed up another ladder and out of a gutter hole, and onto a main street several blocks away. Liam dashed towards a car and we jumped in, but just as we were driving off, several police cars came to a stop in front of us. Wow, we managed to escape for all of 2 minutes. Okay, Mr. Finch, Liam, whatever. If I never see you again, I just want to say that you're the most beautiful. Suddenly, Liam hit the pedal hard and started driving in reverse like a maniac. Oh my God, what are you doing? I'm too young to die. I've spent all my life behind computer screens. I haven't seen the world. I've never even been on a beach. You know what? I'll go to jail. You can drop me off anywhere convenient. Liam took a sharp turn into a street, avoiding a truck by half an inch. He turned the car around 180 degrees and started driving even faster. I saw 2 black cars hot on our tail.
Emmy, I need you to get a freaking grip and tell me the coordinates of the city's main bridge. We're gonna be jumping off of it. You can swim, right?
Of course I can't swim. I'm terrified of water. That's why I've never been to a beach. We're not jumping off any bridge, you psycho.
Can you please do what I'm saying and just trust me? There's a life jacket under the seat. Strap that on and find me the bridge. Now!
With shaking fingers, I located the bridge and fed the coordinates into the car's GPS.
Undo your seatbelt, and when I say go, open the car door. Your seat will automatically eject, and you'll land in the water. Don't panic. You're wearing a life vest, and I'll get to you
No, she's
quickly.
not. She's just
Ready?
holding one. Yeah, sure.
I've never been less ready for anything in my life.
Okay then, go.
Oh.
Liam swerved the car off the bridge and into the air. My seat ejected immediately, and I landed head first into the water. Before I could panic completely, Liam swam over to me swiftly, grabbed me by the waist, and pulled me onto the shore.
I
He
thought
ran
he
down
was
some docks
naked
where
for a
Liam
second.
found an unlocked car, and we sped away in it. I was too shocked to even speak anymore. Liam drove us out of the city to some
Oh
abandoned
no,
warehouse
not this
where we were
one.
let in by an
I'm
elegant
sorry.
older woman.
Do you want to be a YouTuber, but don't have a high-end computer, editing program, or others? No worries. Here's the free video editing app. Free watermark, free equipment. Anyone can...
Where we were let in by an elegant older woman.
I'm sorry.
Hello, Agent Skywalker. I was expecting you to be alone.
So was I. Agatha, trust me, this wasn't part of the plan.
All right, I've had enough. Can you tell me what's going on, Agent Skywalker? Liam finally told me that he was a CIA agent who had been assigned the task of recruiting a special security team to protect the government databases and national secrets.
But there's another CIA agent who has gone rogue, and yesterday, she broke into our facility and stole the key to a new
Who's
weapon the
X?
government's developing.
I
And
see.
she's framed me for the theft. Now everyone thinks I'm a traitor. Luckily, the key's heavily encrypted, but someone will break the code soon, and I have to get it back before they do. It's the only way to clear my name. That's why I couldn't let myself get arrested. And Agatha here's an old friend. She's the only one I can trust right now.
So, what's the next plan of action?
I have a fairly good idea where the rogue agent took that key, so I'm going there, and you will stay here.
Look, I can hardly believe I'm saying this after the horrible day I've had, but I think you should take me with you. I'm a really good coder and hacker, and I can help. I'm very helpful, actually. I just haven't had a chance to...
Okay then, let's go.
What, now? I thought you'd offer me some food first, and I wouldn't mind a nap.
Now!
Wait, Agent Skywalker, aren't you forgetting something?
What?
You know, the thing.
Agatha, I really don't have time for riddles, so just say it.
Okay,
You're
you're
right.
forgetting your lucky underwear from your Star Wars collection, the one you always wear before an important mission.
I looked at Liam's face and burst out laughing. Lucky underwear? Oh my god. Oh jeez, I think I peed my pants. Oops, I really did. Can I get some underwear too, please? According to Liam, the key was in a highly secure facility inside a toothpaste factory. The only way we could get in was to wear
Pretty
employee
eyes.
uniforms and hide in the back of one of the company trucks taking some supplies inside. Dark, confined spaces. I hate dark, confined spaces.
Why don't you try distracting yourself?
Sure. Why don't you help me do that? Why was Agatha calling you Agent Skywalker? Because of your lucky underwear?
It's just one of my many names.
Is Liam your real name?
No,
So what is your real name?
I
I'm
think it was,
obviously
like,
not gonna tell you.
Okay then. Do you tell your girlfriends your real name?
Depends. I haven't dated in a while, especially after what happened with the last one.
Why? What happened?
None of your business.
Let me guess. She couldn't put up with your cold heart anymore? Or she found out you're lying about your identity and thought you're a cheater. Oh no, wait, I've got it. Some enemy of yours killed her. Liam went quiet and my heart suddenly sank. Oh my god, no!
Oh my God.
She really died?
I couldn't save her, Ellie.
I'm sorry, Liam. I'm so sorry. That's so tragic. And it also explains why you're a cold-hearted robot now. I mean, this kind of stuff changes a person.
my gosh, my phone closed. Sorry I have to go through all that. I can't show you my password.
It's your thumbprint.
Yeah, I'm trying. I have to show you my password. Well, I can just change it.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm gonna change my passwords, guys.
Right after this video, right?
Yes. Right after.
And it also explains why you're a cold-hearted robot now. I mean, this kind of stuff changes a person.
Jeez, why are you so gullible? I'm a CIA agent. I'm trained to convincingly lie about anything.
That was a joke? Dude, that's just mean.
Well, if you still want the sob story, she did betray me. My ex is the rogue agent, and she's the one who's stolen the key and framed me. Are you happy now?
Oh, wow, that's a lot. So, how do you feel about it?
Like, I just want you to be quiet now.
I silently processed everything I just heard, but after a few minutes, I started feeling anxious again. I wish I was special, so very special, but I'm a creep.
Check out this free app. Watch 10,000 plus movies and
Wow.
TV shows without internet.
I'm a weirdo. What am I doing here? I don't belong here.
Please stop. You're sucking up the limited oxygen in the air.
You're not the boss of me. Well, you were, but then you fired me, remember? And since you won't talk to me, I'm gonna sing. How you gonna make me shut up, huh?
I can think of at least one way.
Suddenly, Liam moved closer
Yes.
and put his hands on my face. Oh my god,
You're not
was he
gonna
about to
kiss-
kiss
no.
me? Just then,
Not now,
the truck
but-
jolted to a halt, and Liam pushed
Amaya,
me
look what
away.
you're doing to the bed.
Rude. We quietly slipped out and made our way to the entrance. We scanned the fake IDs Agatha had given us, and we were inside the building. Liam had the building's blueprints, and he led the way to the surveillance room. We peeked inside to see a security guard observing the screens, and Liam quietly crept up to him. Just then, my nose started itching like crazy, and I tried desperately not to sneeze. The guard turned around, and Liam punched him hard in the face, then stabbed him with a tranquilizer.
I think he was
Why
already
do you
asleep.
look like you're gonna be sick? I've only put him to sleep.
Oh, I know. I'm just terrified of needles. I think I told you, I have...
Yeah, a very low threshold for pain. I remember. Okay, we gotta check all the rooms in this place. There's gotta be a team working hard to decode that key.
We scanned all the screens, but it seemed like there was hardly anyone in the building. Just then, I spotted an empty room with only a glass case in the center. Liam, do you think the key's in that vault?
Yeah, it looks like it. Listen, Ellie, I need you to hack into their system and find out whatever you can about the security measures in that vault. I'm gonna be by the door to keep an eye out.
You got it. I was totally lost in my work
You gotta
when
do
suddenly
something smart.
my eyes flitted to one of the screens. Liam, what did you say your ex-girlfriend looked like?
I don't think I said anything.
Would you say she's a skinny supermodel type with lovely blonde hair, a perfect jawline, and very, very long legs?
Yeah.
Like me?
Why?
Well, if we don't scram out of here in the next 3 minutes,
About
I
the
think you're
long
about to be
line.
reunited with your ex. She's coming this way. Liam grabbed my hand
You
and
know what's the craziest thing, guys? I'm the tallest in my classroom. I'm the fastest in my classroom, literally. And kind of the smartest.
You said you were the dirt.
Huh?
You said you were the dirt.
In Florida I was. But now I'm second. In Florida, but now I'm the first one. Because everyone in the classroom, me be like... Okay, come on, let's continue.
we ran out and down the corridor like crazy. Suddenly, security alarms started blaring all over the building.
I guess she found the unconscious guard in the surveillance room. Ellie, why have you stopped running?
I'm so out of breath. I'm a computer person. On my butt all day. Not used to running. Suddenly,
Liam swept me up like a sack of potatoes, flung me over his shoulder, and started running again. All the entrances were being sealed, and Liam managed to get through the last one seconds before it slammed shut. We went rolling onto the ground, then got up quickly and sprinted as some guards chased us. As soon as we got outside the gates, a car screeched to a stop in front of us.
Get in! Hurry!
Yet another narrow escape.
Was the mission successful?
Far from it. We didn't manage to get the information we needed to break into the vault where the key's being kept.
What are you talking about? I downloaded every single piece of information on their system in this flash drive. This one. No, wait. Not this one either. It's the neon green one. It's my favorite. Aha! Here you go.
What? Oh my God, Ellie. You're amazing.
He pulled me into a hug, and I was so startled that I didn't even hug him back. I wanted to kick myself for this wasted opportunity. And when we got back to the safe house, I crashed onto my bed like a malfunctioned hard drive. I was exhausted, but I kept having nightmares, and at some point, I woke up in a cold sweat. Just then, I screamed to see a dark shadow hovering over me.
No,
I
he was
punched
kind
it
of
hard.
scary.
Ow!
Liam, what are you doing here?
You were shouting in your sleep. I was just checking on you.
Aw, you came to see
Standing
if I was
over
okay?
somebody is not
Well, that's
checking
too
them
much
down.
to hope
Yes,
for.
it is.
I already know you're unhinged. Jeez, I
this.
think you've broken my nose.
Why are you
What,
asleep?
with these jelly arms?
Ah,
Come on, don't be
you're
a
not-
baby.
he's
A
not
baby could
getting
punch harder
all
than
them.
me.
I'm
You
not
just
being a
damn
baby.
old 'em.
Since you're
Chill.
finally up, let me show you what we found from that
Do like this.
information you got.
Do like this.
Agatha and Liam then proceeded to tell me that we didn't need to break into the vault. Apparently, they discovered a foreign delegation was visiting the embassy in 2 days for a big event, and the stolen key would be exchanged there.
The rogue agent, Princess Leia, will be disguised as a journalist. She will be secretly handing it over to this undercover foreign...
Whoa, hold on. Your ex-girlfriend's code name is Princess Leia? Oh, now I get why you're Agent Skywalker. Oh, that's really cheesy.
Can you focus on what's actually important?
Leia might recognize you, Liam, even in disguise. I can get you in the building as the kitchen staff. But we need to send someone else in as a guest. Preferably a pretty harmless-looking girl who can get close enough to the arms dealer to find out when the exchange is happening.
I'm not sure I can. Wait, Ellie,
You're
you're a girl.
Gee, thanks for finally noticing.
She's not a trained agent. It's too dangerous.
Yeah, man, stop putting me in danger.
You'll just be like any other guest at the event, and I'll be close by and constantly in touch with you.
Bye bye, puppy.
So Buck and I are about to have our second baby.
Oh, you
What do I
too.
want to name her? Definitely not Crystal Fuchs. I don't want her getting made fun of. So how about Boobo Doobie? Yes, much better. And I'm sorry, but Buck's last name is horrible. Let's change it to Chippendale. Oh, look at that. I'm the proud mother of Boobo.
Please, Ellie, this is my last chance before the key leaves the country.
Okay, fine.
You can act like a cute, flirty girl, right?
I'm used to my mother throwing me at rich guys, so yeah, I have some practice.
You should be prepared for anything. You know, once I was working the field, I had to kiss a mafia boss to distract him. It brought down his whole operation.
She's not very good in that department, Agatha. I've seen her practicing in a mirror.
That's not what I was doing.
her.
Look, I'm a pretty good kisser, okay?
Well, it's an important skill any undercover agent should have. So, prove it.
Prove it? How?
You could just kiss me. Duh.
What, like right now? Is that really necessary?
Maybe she just finds you ugly, Agent Skywalker.
I didn't say that. I mean, who would find him ugly? He's very good looking. That's just a fact. Like, I'm sure even a lesbian would find him attractive.
Then it's just your bad kissing skills stopping you, I guess. Let's hope you don't need to use them.
You know what, man? Just shut up. I suddenly grabbed Liam and kissed him hard. He kissed me back, and my brain exploded with fireworks.
Treat me
That
like
was
Leslie.
not half
Don't
bad.
get me dirty. That was me.
Great.
Never. He said
Yeah,
great
she'll
even.
be fine.
Okay.
I'm gonna get some more coffee.
I'm proud of you, kid.
2 days later, as I was getting ready for the event, I felt sick with anxiety. Just then, someone knocked gently, and Liam walked in.
Wow. You clean up nice. I mean, your dress is pretty.
I
think I'm gonna barf all over it soon.
Okay, calm down.
Don't be so nervous. I won't let anything happen to you. Here's your earpiece. It has a tracker in there.
I'm just not cut out for this, Liam.
I'm not so sure about that. Do you know anything about your dad, Ellie?
My dad? No, I don't. He left when I was just a few months old.
Yeah, because he was an undercover CIA agent too.
What?
Your dad was one of the best agents in the field, and he was brilliant with computers. He's not around anymore, but he served his country well. And finding you wasn't just a coincidence. We've been keeping an eye on you, and you proved you have his skills when you crossed every level of that treasure hunt game we sent you. So maybe you are meant for all this. It's in your blood.
You've met my dad?
Yeah, once. You have his eyes too.
He tucked my hair behind my ear and
Yeah?
gave me a warm smile, and my heart nearly fell out of my chest. Just then, Agatha walked in, saying the car was ready. At the event, I was looking everywhere for the arms dealer, and I finally spotted him. Just then, a tall, dark girl with glasses approached him and whispered something in his ear, and they both started walking out of the hall.
Princess Leia's on the move. I think the exchange is happening now.
Follow them, see where they're going. I'll come after you.
I rushed out of the hall and saw them going down a corridor. I walked to the end of it and entered the room on the left. I inched closer, and as I tried peeking through the door, I suddenly lost my balance and fell inside. And all eyes turned to me. Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought this was the bathroom. Sorry. You can continue with whatever you were doing.
Not so fast, girl.
Ow, that hurts.
Hey, maybe it was just a mistake. She seems like a harmless little girl.
Oh, really? Is that
That's
why
what my mom's
she's
calling
wearing an
you.
earpiece?
That's my hearing aid.
Who do you work for?
What? I can't hear you.
Look, we can't do the exchange right now. This place is probably surrounded by federal agents. Leave immediately. I will create a distraction. And you're staying here. Sit down.
I plopped my butt into a chair as the girl took out a laptop and started typing like crazy. What you doing? You know, I'm very good at computers. You need any help?
Oh, I'm just activating an explosive device linked to this laptop that will go off in 5 minutes and blow up half of this place. So that should create a nice distraction.
What?
I gotta run, babe. It was nice meeting you. Ciao.
She then ran out of the room and locked it from outside. Oh my God! I stood frozen in panic, staring at the screen, seeing my life flash before my eyes. But then somehow, I managed to muster some courage. Okay. Calm down, Ellie. It's just a laptop. Any software can be overwritten. Anything can be decoded. You can do this. You got this, girl. I tried everything I knew, but nothing was working. And then I had a brainwave. I opened Google and typed in the website from where I downloaded the virus at work. I clicked on it, and the screen turned red. Your system is under attack and will be immediately destroyed now. Goodbye. And then the laptop went blank. I'd actually done it. Oh my God. I collapsed to the floor, and just then the door burst open and Liam pulled me into his arms.
Ellie, are you okay? Leia took your earpiece and I ended up following her instead.
Did you manage to stop her? Did you get the key?
Yeah, I did. Agatha hadn't told me before, but she'd call in the other agents to help. And I'm really glad. We needed it. Leia's under arrest, and so's the arms dealer.
That's amazing! And Liam, did you know that I just defused a very large explosive device and saved many lives?
You did what?
The federal agents evacuated the embassy and scanned the entire building and found the device that had been linked to the laptop.
You're a hero, Ellie. Seriously. You're the smartest girl I've ever met. I'm hiring you back immediately. We can train you to be a field agent.
That's very kind of you, but I'd actually like to go home. Earlier today, I got a message from the hospital that my mom's out of her coma. She's been asking for me.
Oh, wow, that's great news. But you can come back when she's better, right?
You know what? I don't think so. Yeah, my dad was an agent, but I'm not meant for this life of high stress, crippling anxiety, and close calls. I'm just an ordinary nerd who's happy behind a computer screen.
Okay, no field agent. Just a desk job then. Ellie, I'm trying to say something here. I would personally like you to stick around. Maybe we can even go out for dinner sometime. a decent meal.
Look, Liam, it's not exactly a secret that I've had a giant crush on you since we met. But the truth is, I don't have a crush on the real you because I don't know the real you. And
I just pointed at it. That's it. That's all I did. No! No!
Because I don't know the real you, and I probably never will. I mean, what's your real name? Liam just looked at me silently. Yeah, I thought so. But I get it. You're meant for this life, and it suits you. But it's not for me. Just one thing. Can I take this dress with me?
It's all yours.
I extended my hand, and he shook it gently. Then I got into the car waiting for me, and left. Back at home, I was overjoyed to see Mom doing well. And with my large paycheck, I was able to take care of all our bills, and then some.
Oh, my daughter, we're rich! Did you find rich man?
No, Mom. I worked very hard for this money, and I'm in charge of the finances now. But to celebrate Mom's recovery, I decided to throw her one lavish party with all her friends at Christmas. And I was trying not to zone out of a very boring conversation with some rich, dumb jock when suddenly the doorbell rang. Liam, what are you doing here?
It's Norman.
Huh? What's Norman?
My real